and welcome back to another episode of the FawrOut Perspective Podcast. I'm Curt Architect.
It's your boy Y two-time, God's favorite problem child.
I like the new tag. Shout out to Sonorous Wave. This podcast is powered by Sonorous Wave.
Yeah.
And we thank y'all for tuning in for another episode. We are at 105 subscribers, so we definitely appreciate you guys for subscribing and checking us out. Despite us not being as consistent as we need to be.
We love you all.
Just being super transparent.
I love you.
Wawa loves you. I love you. And thank you for the subscribe. Thank you for the subscriptions. So we plan to be more consistent with this thing. Since the last time you appeared, it was probably last year, technically. That's kind of wild.
For real? It's been
Yeah, because when Brandon, he was out for Brandon. So what's been new? What's going on with your content creation and the gym? What's new with Wild 2 times, man?
Kind of the same thing, just more doubling down on stuff like like TikTok, making videos as far as like fitness and stuff like that. It's a real job. People talk trash about content creators, but you literally need if you want to post every day or stay relevant, you really have to post if not every day, every other day or something. So that means having new ideas, always editing, always shooting, always editing, just to, And I see how people when people have stuff planned for months ahead, I'm really impressed because I'll shoot an hour and make 3 videos out of it and try to make that shit cook for 2 or 3 days.
Yeah. No, it is a whole job to be dedicated to being consistent with posting, editing, all of that. I'm trying to get into that. Well, I'm not trying. I am working to get into that too. If you follow me on my personal page on Curt Architect, I've been traveling and I've been working to do. I don't want to say to get ready with me videos, but I've definitely been, lifestyle content. To give people more of an idea of who I am and the whole thing of FawrOut. Again, that's for the talented, unique, and misunderstood. So I really want to kind of reach the people that kind of felt awkward growing up or just felt out of place, but always maybe been super dope or really talented at something and just kind of hidden. Just needed something to bring that out. So I've been working on that. Shout out to my sister. I've been back and forth to Pittsburgh. She just welcomed her first child, her daughter. So shout out to Jayla.
Brand new uncle.
My niece, absolutely. So been getting content up there too, so look forward to going back and forth to Pittsburgh and just Pennsylvania in general. Even giving people more of an idea of my Pennsylvania background, specifically Western PA, because I know everyone laughs when I say I've been here since I was 13 in 8th grade. Everyone laughs at that. But I do claim Charlotte, but I can't help but to bring up Pennsylvania every blue moon. Because you can see it in how maybe I talk or walk. No. I don't necessarily sound like a Southerner. Well, it's combined, actually.
I'm about to say, you go up north, they're gonna cut you. They're gonna cut your ass because you definitely.
It blends. Sometimes I may say something that's super southern, and other times it may be. Well, Western PA is kind of country too, so it kind of blends. But just giving people more insight on that, and also learning to talk with braces. So that's something new that I added to correct the smile and talk in front of people and shit. So that's what I've been on, man.
Do braces hurt?
Yes. It's just an adjustment. So, my teeth weren't super crazy or super bad. I just had, That's So Raven moment of, zooming into the future. Yo, his teeth was super fucked up, bro. But it's not that bad. It's just the first few days because it's literally pressure on your teeth and it's trying to work it to get in alignment. So, I got bite guards in my mouth right now. So, my mouth don't even close all the way down for real. So, that's to help get the teeth aligned. So they should come off in another few weeks though. So
okay,
it's been a little rocky road, but I'm starting to adjust to them though.
Any Any foods that you like that braces fuck up?
Everything. I can't really eat hard foods, even wings, chicken wings. I have to break them apart. I can't just straight up eat it that.
You can't savage it.
No, I can't savage it at all. I gotta be careful. I can't eat chips. Anything crunchy. Anything like candy, anything that's hard, I can't really do that because I could break a bracket or something on one of the braces on my mouth. So it's an adjustment period, man.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, but it's worth it in the long run. I don't think I'll have to have them on too terribly long, so it's all good though.
Okay.
But yeah, I did want to ask you. I don't know if it's too early to talk about shame, but
very early.
Yeah, it is kind of early to talk about that.
It's 6 minutes.
Yeah, we are. But goddamn, we do this in a minute, so we rocking and rolling. So on the day we're recording this, Tory Lanez recently got stabbed up in prison, and on the day we're recording this, it came out that he it sounds like he didn't shoot Meg the Stallion, and that's been a back and forth thing since like 2020. Yeah. So I know you're a huge Tory fan, Tory Lanez supporter.
So don't be out there like that.
Yeah. So what do you? Dang, Diddy trial going on too. What do you make of it now coming out that it sounds like her ex best friend or whatever was the one that actually did shoot her after all these years? Do you care much about that?
I mean,
did you always feel like Tory was free or innocent?
I mean, I didn't know if he was really innocent or not. I mean, I thought he did it, but from what I can tell, he tried to be cool and not snitch. Mm-hmm. I would have just I guess he thought if he didn't snitch, he'd be real, and he went to jail. I would have just said, nah, I ain't shoot her. That bitch did.
Yeah, he should have testified.
Fuck that.
But when you thought that he did shoot her, was you still bumping his music a little bit?
Man, Tory Lanez was on a fire trail.
So you still listening to him?
I'm not gonna say. Hey, it's still. Hey, don't look at me crazy. Some of y'all still listen to R. Kelly.
I listen to R sometimes.
Exactly. Who did it worse?
They be on accident.
Who did it worse?
Sometimes it's on accident.
Who did it worse? Who did it best?
It all sounds terrible. I still like some of Diddy's old songs.
Oh, okay. So. Now you taking it there.
Yeah, it kind of went off scale, but I mean,
also, in news, the Little Mermaid filed a restraining order.
Oh yeah, that happened to that too. Yeah, that's DDG's your guy too.
Haley Bailey.
You like all the domestic abuse.
That's crazy. Your whole football team, you an Eagles fan. We're not gonna talk about y'all.
And Saquon was pressured to hang out with Trump too.
Exactly. We're not even gonna get into that.
He was pressured to do that, and also got this jersey before he did that shit. But whatever.
It looks like that jersey is screaming Trump supporter.
It screams champion to me.
Ouch.
Super Bowl champion. That's what it screams.
You see, and look at our economy after y'all won.
You was talking whatever, with Mr. Stockman. He doing what he need to do to put money in our pocket,
he
bro.
Definitely
Just focus on the stock market. Anyway,
not everybody.
What'd you think about the little Halle Bailey and DDG? What do you think? I just started like DDG too.
Yeah, I'm at the point where I just take the evidence that's been presented to me. So it looks like he's
not your prosecutor.
He looks like he's done it. So
with the chipped tooth,
the bruise. I mean, more stuff probably gonna come out, but I mean, ain't really. I'm going on her side because I don't want to. You know how people always say like, oh, they always take the man side.
Yeah, I don't really got too much of an opinion on it. I just think I just feel like everyone warned her, or like a lot of people warned her not to date him.
Yeah, and
said this, that, and the third could happen. This, that, and the third, and it sounded like she ignored all that shit and like on some, I'm young and I'm gonna do what I want to do. And I feel like she probably at the stage of life where people are like, not try to tell you or I told you so. So I don't know. They say the youth is wasted on the young. You don't really like to listen, or you don't really know, where your position in life, and you kind of make choices out of, that's impulsive.
That's the whole point of being young. You're not supposed to know.
Yeah, but then
you remember us? We didn't give a fuck.
It's very true. Very true.
What's that song that used to come out? So what? We get drunk. That was us. Young and wild and free.
It's very true.
Very young and wild and free.
Very true. Youth was wasted on the young, man.
Man, I don't know what to do with it right now if I had it. I still go to sleep early.
Yeah. Hungover, wake up, go to work like it's nothing. But yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah, I don't know. But outside of the DDG, I did want to talk back about this Diddy and Cassie. Like, what are your thoughts on that, Mr. Wa 2 times?
I think it's crazy that his kids had to listen to all that stuff in the courtroom.
Yeah, that was terrible. His little girls walked out.
Yeah, they had to. It started to get insane. And yeah, I mean, I don't know much about it. Cassie, I mean, the stories I heard, it sounds wild.
Yeah.
And I mean, I knew he was freaked out. So
that's extreme freaked out. I don't even think I saw that type of stuff described in like porno shit before. So
being a coke or cuck, whatever that shit is.
Yeah,
I love that stuff, man.
Cuck holder. Yeah,
it's very, very weird. I can't do it.
Yeah, I couldn't do it neither.
Yeah,
that's just weird.
As soon as somebody touch my woman or do that, she make a sound that she ain't never made with me, with him.
Ooh,
it's over.
You got cut.
The relationship is over.
Yeah, what the fuck was that about?
Exactly.
Yeah, I couldn't do it neither.
My heart would be broken.
I don't know. It sounds like what Cat Williams predicted is still all coming forth, with all lies would be revealed or something like that.
To the light, something like that.
Yeah, false prophets or people that, like, I look at old pictures of Diddy wearing like the cross chains and super God fearing and black man this, black man that, and then just doing crazy dirt behind the scenes. So that's a little unfortunate, man.
Yeah, and also shout out to the new Pope from O Block. What's it? Pope
Leo something.
Pope Provos. That's his last name.
Yeah, that's
Lucas
Leo
Provos, something like that. Shout out to the Pope. He's from O Block.
Yeah, he is from the South Side. That's crazy to say O Block, but yeah.
It is.
Yeah, shout out to the new Pope. I don't know. Shout out to the new Pope. I hope things just turn around, bro. Just for like the sake of the world.
For life.
And we live in some just extremely crazy times, man. Of just stripping benefits from people. Having a leader in house that accepts bribes like in front of the whole world. Like you see the $400 million plane that like one of basically our ops is like giving to Trump and he's accepting it. You probably didn't see that. So I don't know, man. Let's pray for world peace. Hopefully the world peace is probably never gonna happen. But
that's not a thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not real.
I don't know. Let's bring it back home. Let's talk about Carolina shit. What do you think about Keith Lee being here? And if you was to advise Keith Lee some spots to check out because he's coming to Charlotte, what's some places you would?
He need to go back to Cookout because he ain't do Cookout right. He ain't get no chicken quesadilla. He got a goddamn corn dog and the regular fries. Don't nobody get the regular fries. Get the Cajun fries, the chicken quesadilla, the bacon wrap.
God damn.
I like the motherfucking
fucking expert
double burger. I used to get that joint. Yeah,
double burger tray.
A double. Come on.
Yeah,
double burger tray. He got a milkshake, so you know at least he could do. But he ain't do it right.
And that's really junk food anyway.
But I don't want him to go to none of my places. I like the people at my places, and I don't want to overrush the people. No, I'm never. No, Keith Lee, go where you go, and don't touch none of my spots.
I feel like he's going to check out stats because a lot of people talk about stats.
Don't touch none of my spots.
Yeah, you want him to blow up your spots. I think he's going to go to stats.
Okay, stats already, get up there. So
probably Maria, the taco joint. I think her name's Maria.
Oh yeah, that'll pop. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, she already be booked out.
Yeah, she do, but that's type shit.
Yeah, no, I couldn't. Yeah, no, none of my places. Please, Keith Lee. Please.
I think Keith Lee being here is type shit.
Yeah. No, that's dope as fuck. I'm excited. And he's in the Carolinas. He's not just doing just one.
Yeah, Raleigh. I think he in Cary right now. I think it's or Clayton, North Carolina. Yeah, Clayton, Raleigh, Durham. Then he's going to come to Charlotte.
He went to a restaurant where you like pay. You can pay to or work. You can like work your food off instead of like pay and stuff like that.
Girl.
Yeah, it's in Raleigh.
Type shit.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. It's pretty enticing. It was
very, very Yeah,
I like that. That's some big back shit. So,
pay to work?
Yeah. That's some big back shit. I like it. That's enticing, bro. I would do it. I wouldn't think twice about it neither. I would tell everybody about it.
Like, can I get 3 meals? How many hours is that?
Yeah, I'd knock on everybody's door like, yo, this is what's going on right here. You should check it out. Like with like barbecue sauce on my face or whatever. I didn't ate all of my clothes, but I'll definitely do that.
Right. You be full as hell. I'll work it off. I don't care.
That's some big back ass shit. But speaking of big back shit, I know that's a segment we did a while back. Did you have any new big back stories since the last time we did this?
Big Back Chronicles. No, I do not. Well, I do. I can always come up with a big back
story I got one.
That's been life.
Yeah, I got one.
This is for all the. This is for everybody. Big Back Chronicles. Big Back Chronicles is for everybody. Big backs, little backs, medium backs. If you did some fat shit before, you can have a big back story, and we all have. So, Curt, let's continue with your big back.
Yeah, mine was a while ago. It was over break, like holiday break. It was like around December. I remember they was having like a holiday little whatever work get together and holiday party or whatever. And I remember I was reading the menu of what they had on the table in our little break room. So I was reading everything they had, and as I'm reading it, I hear the sound of like saliva tap on the paper. The sound of saliva because it came from my mouth because I was drooling. That sounded super crazy.
That's not crazy.
Dang, can you even pause that? It's too late to pause. That was crazy. That was wild. Whatever. But
from my mouth.
Yeah, well, let's just move past that. But what happened was I was basically reading on I was reading the menu.
So
I was basically drooled while I was reading it.
You was that hungry?
Yeah, I drooled reading on accident, obviously. But nobody was in there with me to see it, so yeah. But I drooled reading out the menu what they was gonna have.
Yeah.
That was kind of wild. That was my big back shit that I can remember that I was really disappointed in myself.
Okay, I was about to say, yeah. Well, I got a big back story that probably happened maybe a week ago.
Damn, fat boy.
Yeah, I know. So I was a little bit in the clouds, and it was time for bed, and I just wanted a little snack.
You want a snacky poo?
Yeah, just a little snacky poo.
Okay.
I went into the kitchen. I got these what is it called? Granola bar. Not granola bars, but like a bag of just straight granola, right?
Yeah.
And it was nothing left. It was just like it was like half of the bag left, bro. I got back in my bed and I just start like laying back in my bed and I'm just like grabbing and just dropping it, like, you know, them little toys at the when you go into like the carousel.
Were you bored?
And they no, I was hungry.
Okay.
I was hungry, and I fell asleep like that, bro. When I tell you, I woke up with crumbs on my chest, in my beard, on my face, in the bed. Like, it was crumbs everywhere. Like, I felt fat as hell because I literally fell asleep like hands still covered in granola.
That's some fat ass shit. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not mad at it though.
But it was good.
Were you ashamed of yourself the next day?
A little bit, because I had to change my sheets because the crumbs were everywhere, bro. I rolled over a couple times.
Why would you eat them like? Why?
I mean, I was in bed. I was getting comfortable. First, I was eating it like this, and then I just put the bag beside me. It was like, let me just lay back, and I was just,
Jesus, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. You do a lot of things when your head's in the clouds.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It was worth it.
I remember those days.
I take nothing back. I regret nothing.
No, that's no shame on your part. It sounds like. But speaking of shame,
okay.
Do you have anything that you're shaming this week as we work to do this shit regularly?
Shame. We've been going for a while, but every time I come back here, I'm going to give everybody something to shame. And today we are going to shame designer brokies.
Okay, let's talk about
that. That is obviously the title gives it away. So let's talk about people that got all these, you know, these Rick Owen boots, these Balenciaga shoes, these Gucci purses, YSL bags, and they can't pay their rent. What is going on? Why do you want to look this good and not have nowhere to stay for the body? You got this YSL bag with nothing in it at all. Just lip gloss and a card. That's already negatives. I don't understand it. And you fellas out here with these $800 shirts, driving these Hellcats, these Dodge Demons. Your car note is $1,500 a month. And you complaining about life being hard. Take that shit back. You work at Amazon. Why do you have a Hellcat?
Speak on it.
Amazon warehouse. We ain't gonna talk about the corporate people at Amazon. Y'all got the bank.
Speak on it, brother.
And it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Your kids are hungry, but you fresh as hell. Your kids got on the nicest outfit, but they don't know their ABCs. It's insane. It's insane. But they know a Lucci song, Gucci Man. Who that young lady everybody like? Sexy Red.
Sexy Red.
Sexy Red. What's that? Glow? Big Glow? Yeah, Glow.
Yeah, Big Glow.
They say, yeah, Glow. But they real life, they living like a hobo.
I say, yeah, Glow, but you're living like you po.
Come on. They don't get no better than that.
Yeah.
But yeah, shame. Shame on all you people with all these designer clothes but can't pay your bills or the necessities to keep your lights on.
It's priorities, man, and also being psychological too. Like, I picked up a book recently. I'm about to start reading The Psychology of Money. So, like, emotional attachments to it, like how we spend, things coming from insecurity. Like, even they think they did studies like back in the 50s and 60s, like how we just couldn't wait to spend our money with like the white man to feel like of the same status. So a lot of things are like kind of been planted from like decades ago, years ago to feel equal and shit. So I'm not saying that makes it right, but
it's not just to chase them. That's why they say we was going back to segregation, right? I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm fucking ready.
Type shit.
I can't do this. I'm ready for white people to get the food out the back.
Oh, you want to reverse it?
I mean, this our establishment. How they can't come in here? They got to we can serve them out the back door like they served us out the back door.
Damn.
Get your food and go. You can't stay here. Now you got money. We gonna feed you, but you can't stay here.
So what you would put, what, colors only, or what would you put as a sign?
I would just make it uncomfortable. I wouldn't put no signs up like they do for us when we come in their spaces. Just make it uncomfortable. So don't say anything. Just stare at them.
So you would make them like read the room, basically.
Yeah, they start dancing, trying to be cool. You just look at them like, you give them the same smile. You know that smile they give you.
I don't think they really give a fuck, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, they already feel like they rule the world, so.
Nah, they always want to know what we doing, bro. They care about everything we do.
That's true.
We can't have a rap, a dance to nothing. Everybody, all the people that go viral on TikTok is all from black creators.
That's a fact. We are trendsetters. We are FawrOut. So speaking of FawrOut, just randomly came to me. What was a moment in your life, because I know you like anime, you got tattoos and shit that you added.
I wish I could put my leg on the table. That'd be too much though.
Yeah, we don't need that. I added tats recently too. I forgot to mention that earlier when we talked about what we've been up to. We could probably add that in the video, I guess. Yeah, but just branding ourselves, really having a sense of self. I feel like that's very important to have. So when did Wa 2 Times have a strong sense of self, or was it always early on in your life? Because you seem like you probably always knew yourself. When did you have your sense of self moment, and this is who I am, this is why I'm not pivoting from it, and this is what makes me me, or FawrOut? What was that moment for you?
It was a couple moments, but I would say one of the ones that stuck out was probably like in high school, where I felt like I was doing everything right. My grades was good. I was playing sports, and people still had stuff to say. Like it's always like it never was enough. And I realized in high school, like no matter what I do, it's never gonna be enough for somebody. So I might as well just do what I want to do anyway. And I would say probably in high school was when I kind of getting close to my senior year and stuff like that, because it's, everybody like, oh, you're going to college, you're doing this, you're doing that. And I'm like, yeah. And then like I'm still doing that. And people were like, well, you could be doing this, you should be doing this. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do me, because people going to complain regardless.
It's a fact.
So yeah, I would say that's one of the moments that really stuck out to me.
So you had that early on, like in your teen years?
Yeah, probably like junior, senior year, when, I guess when when people started to ask you, what you doing with your life and all this other stuff. It's like people going to complain regardless. But what about you? What moments made you feel like, oh, Curt, I'm not just Curt no more. I'm Curt Architect.
Oh, I had plenty of moments, man. Always just feeling super awkward and weird. Again, things always go back to Pennsylvania, because I get being here for a mad long time. It's just my upbringing was around, I went to Catholic school and stuff. So shout out to my boy LV. That's one of my black friends. I sound like a white dude. One of my black friends I grew up with. That was always, real with me and stuff like that. But I went to like Catholic school, so I always just, when I came here, it was like a culture shock. So I always felt like I just didn't fit in. I would probably say my hairstyle in high school. Maybe we'll add a picture in that.
Good God.
So
we got it.
Yeah, long story
short.
We
got the film. We got the tape.
Yeah. Long story short, my friends I was rolling with at the time, they were from New York, and they used to do the most extreme shit. They would get different color eye contacts in their eyes, and they had like a little S-curl joint in their hair. And the S-curl joint, that's what I wanted to do. So I remember I bought the box. My cousin Lee, he be promoting them shits too. He's like on one of the boxes. I should probably add a clip of him.
Shout out Lee, cousin Lee.
Shout out to my cousin.
Portland.
Yeah. He's on one of the S-curl boxes. But anyway, I had bought one
he
of
on
those.
the Soul Glow box.
Yeah, they still make me. He still go viral. People were joking about that. What they thought they would look like. Basically, I didn't look like the nigga on the box. I didn't look like my cousin on the box. I ended up looking like I looked like I was flirting with being deported.
Yeah,
I look like
you
Ice.
Definitely was.
I looked like Ice was ready to come.
You looked a little emo too.
Yeah, emo too. That was my rebellious shit, man.
Yeah.
But long story short, it's not even long story short. But I got the S curl box. I saw what my friends looked like, how their hair was, and I thought my shit was gonna be like them. So I gave it to my mom to put in my hair. She was like, I was like, Mom, you sure you know how to do this? She's like, yeah, I used to put this shit in my brother's hair back in the day. Y'all know what I'm doing. So I'm like, okay, cool. I vetted my mom out. She passed it. She thought, I trusted her. So she put it in my hair, and then I remember I told her, like, this shit's starting to burn a little bit. And, she's like, blah, 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 it's okay, supposed to do that. So after she took it out and we washed it out, like, my hair was, like, super, like, just straight and soft. Like, it looked like, like an emo kid, like you said earlier.
Right. Let the bodies hit the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, it was heavy on that shit. It was heavy on that. And I remember it was like a Sunday night, and I was like, yo, I can't go to school tomorrow. Like, that's out of the question. So I kept like messing around with it. Like I put like some gel shit in there, and I just did the best I could do. And I remember going in the Hardin the next day, and I remember I was just talking to Wawa because he was super popular. He's the fucking prom king and all that shit.
I wasn't that popular. I just had a funny last name.
Well, the nigga made prom king. He was like one of the people everybody fucked with, and I was one of his awkward or like friends. Is like, why you hang out with Curt? Like, if you didn't know me, I just appeared to be awkward into myself and shit. So I remember I was talking about like everybody know you shit. People don't really know me like that, and I didn't care to be known neither. Like when you already feel socially awkward and weird, the last thing you want to do is people to know you. That just makes your social anxiety even worse.
Right.
So anyway, I get to school and I'm like the talk of the day, and everyone's talking about my hair. And then one girl's like, "Why?" Curtis like, "Why?" And I don't even know what I said back to her. And I just remember the conclusion of that day. I never used like it was like in the bus parking lot or something, or maybe I'll talk to you later on the phone that day. He's like, "See, Curt, people do know you, man."
Yeah. It was in a parking lot because I didn't see you all day. I kept hearing about you. Like everybody, like, "Yo, hey, yo, why you seen Curt?" And I'm like, "What's wrong with Curt?" They was like, "Bruh," and I was like, "What you talking?" He's like, "Yo, his hair," and I'm like, "His hair," and I'm like, "I didn't see you all that day." And in the parking lot, I saw you. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. Yeah,
that was like, I was like, yeah, bro, you was popping that day because you was always be like, man, don't nobody know, because y'all used to be like, oh, well, I know everybody. I'm like, Curt, people know you. Like, look, I heard your name all day.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate way. I want to say unfortunate way, but that's not a way I wanted to find out people like knew about me. Plus, I didn't care to be known. But that was like my moment of kind of slowly separating myself because it's like, yo, I already feel like a stick out like a sore thumb, all I really have is to lean on Pennsylvania because even at Hardin, at least a lot of people went to high school, they all went to Piedmont. At least a good bulk of them all knew each other already. I didn't really had that advantage. Only 8th grade, just 1 year, and I was out. And I still love Kennedy. Like I went there all 3 years. But
Wapateets.
Yeah, the Wapateets. So yeah, I think when my hair got fucked up, because after the torment of that day, something in me was like, yo, don't cut it. Like keep it. And I think that's where my rebellious spirit or my Aries energy, whatever the fuck, of being bold and not giving a fuck was really like kind of really born and introduced that day. 'Cause I feel like I always didn't give a fuck, but it wasn't like a confident I don't give a fuck. It was like a shoulder down, head down. Oh, they're gonna talk about me anyway, it wasn't like a chin up, chest I don't give a fuck what people think.
Right.
So it kind of took a long time for that to catch up to how I am today. But that was my defining kind of like FawrOut moment. Like, yo, I don't care, cause I only cut my hair too because my grandfather had passed away like a couple weeks later, and my mom was like, "Yeah, you got cut it."
you ain't about to disrespect your granddaddy like that.
I'm like, "Yo, you the one that put this shit in my hair." Like, what you?
You're like, nah, you gotta cut that.
Getting on me like I
he might get out his grave.
All right. So, but from that moment, that really led me to doing things like getting my nose pierced. I did retire my nose ring recently. I had over a decade run, but my nose pierced, and everybody looking at you crazy. Then other people start getting their nose pierced, and it was inspired or influenced by you. So, I had like a shag haircut back in the day. It led to a lot of things of me not caring, and ultimately wanting to birth this.
You did have a shag.
Yeah, I did. I had the Kanye shag. I don't know if Kanye's real popular to talk about right now, but I think I saw another podcast on Your Leisure, the Blackout show that they do. They were talking about you got to talk about like pre-Ye, like BC and like AD. Like they say you gotta talk about Ye like that, like
before Yeezus and after Yeezus.
Yeah, I agree. So
definitely
I'm before Yeezus. That's me. Obviously, I got the Kanye graduation album cover on my arm or the teddy bear. But that long story short, that birthed me to where I am today, and then ultimately wanting to create a brand and to where people that always felt like kind of awkward or just isolated to feel like they had a home, and that no idea under the sun is original, they say. So it's always been people that always felt awkward or weird, like all the artists and people we look up to, like obviously like Outkast. Them niggas was super weird probably to people back in the day, and growing up in the South and being in Atlanta, they was probably looked out as outcasts. So no idea under the sun is new. But that energy feeds me today when it comes to doing the podcast and trying to do other pieces of content under the umbrella of FawrOut that helps push that message. Like Rhapsody, she did a drop for us last month.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was dope.
Yeah, that was a good look. I was hella nervous talking to Rhapsody. I felt like a kid I felt like Curtis in high school all over again talking to her. So that was, as far as feeling awkward, that shit was ass. But they say do it scared, do it alone, whatever, push through. So we did.
Do one thing that scares you every day.
Yeah, so that was my moment of that was a defining moment of me doing what I wanted to without fear of judgment.
Paying bills scare me.
Paying bills scares me too.
I gotta do it every day.
Yeah. Goddamn. I feel like there's one other thing I was supposed to ask you. Are we supposed to talk about? Yeah, I'm not afraid to check my goddamn phone.
I've been looking at it though.
Type shit. Oh yeah, type shit. I did want to talk about type shit.
You did.
Yeah, type shit. So there's a face. Well, a face. It's my face. It's like a meme that my friends use in group chats regularly. So if somebody say some shit or do some shit that's like either like I don't get it, but I get it. Okay, type shit. That's kind of what my face has become a meme in my group chat. So I wanted to talk about some type shit in Charlotte. As of late, I think this Renaissance period we're in, it's easy to talk shit about Charlotte all the time.
Beyonce?
Not Beyonce, but speaking of concerts, I really wish I went to Kendrick and SZA. But just I think what is type shit right now is like all the events that people are pushing weekly. We're powered by Saunders Wave. I know you guys have heard of Saunders Wave and had to be in an event that they helped produce or put the sound together. By now, it's kind of impossible not to hear
they
about
everywhere.
them. So I think like that's type shit. Them helping the community, doing events, helping with podcasts, pushing people and helping out with audio, and just curating events, man, and being a vibe for the city. I think that's type shit. This all the day parties that's going on every weekend. They had like their own like Met Gala in Charlotte recently before the Met Gala. That was type shit. It's a lot of things, man. So rather you love or hate Charlotte or you here to complain, I've been here long enough to look at the positives. Like the Archive on Betty's Forest, the coffee and tea shop, that's type shit.
Yeah, I like that place.
Yeah, a lot of things are type shit. So I bring that up because I probably want to insert and use the meme that my friends use in my face saying type shit all the time. I definitely want to do something with that.
So you want to put your face on the shirt is what you telling
me? Yes, I do. So that would be energy being fed from my hairstyle in high school. Yo, I'm doing this. I don't give a fuck. And that's type shit.
That's definitely type shit.
Perfect way to wrap that up. But yeah, shit, man. Did you want to add anything else or anything new or anything that people should look out for you? What you got going on? Anime world and Texas.
Don't look out for me because I ain't gonna be in Charlotte.
Type shit.
We got a graduation this weekend, and then I don't know what's coming out, but I'm going to DreamCon in Houston for my anime people. I'm gonna take a lot of videos and photos for y'all because I know what y'all want to see. Yeah. And that's all I really got going on. I'm going to Vietnam in a month after that.
You going to Vietnam?
I'm doing a lot, man. There's a lot going on. Fuck? I don't know how I'm going to pay for any of this. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah, like, that sounds like a lot of money, bro.
I just bought planes. I don't know what I'm going to do when I get there. I have no fucking clue.
Type shit.
But, hey, man, it's my life. I don't have no kids. If I go broke, I'm broke. Nobody else is broke.
Type shit.
And that's how I feel. And that's all. And that's what I got going on.
Type shit, man. I think mine is just to further brand myself with more ink. I've been getting tattoos since I was like 18, so I'm not somebody that's like in a identity crisis by any means. I just have more better ideas of things I want to get on me, to be honest. So I'll probably be inking myself up some more. Definitely traveling back and forth to Western PA between my hometown Erie and Pittsburgh, tapping with my grandparents and my sister and my niece. And moving and grooving around North Carolina. You know, I'll probably be in the Raleigh-Durham area pretty frequently this summer, the 919. And, and being around, just going to all the different events in Charlotte that I said was type shit. So, again, thank you for the 105 subscribers.
Yeah.
Hope to earn more of your viewerships. Thank you, Eb, and the other Eb, Core 21.
How many subscribers we got?
105 on YouTube.
My mother's retiring this year. We're having a retirement party. So all 105 of you subscribers are invited to my mother's retirement party.
Type shit, man.
Pull up.
I like it. That's in August, right? Or September?
We'll talk about that.
Okay.
All that.
Cool. Like, bro, you said we invited, bro. Come on, bro. Shit. That means it's time to wrap up. I knocked over a camera, but
they don't gotta know everything.
I mean, keeping it real with the streets, man. But as always, thank you guys for watching. We hope you continue support as we try to work to make this a more consistent thing with the podcast and other content pieces, our personal pages with what we do in our lives, and bring it all together.
Working with Wa on TikTok. Check me out.
Working or working out?
Working.
Oh, shit. I thought it was work out. All right. Yeah, I think I'm Curt Architect on TikTok, too. Whatever. I forgot. I think it's Curt Architect. It's Curt Architect on Instagram. I think it's FawrOut Curt Architect on TikTok.
It's definitely just FawrOut. It's definitely
okay,
just
it might be just FawrOut on TikTok.
Cut all that.
But you'll see, no, keep that shit in. And you'll see Curt Architect on the TikTok. And I deleted my Twitter too. Why? Thought it was really unhealthy.
He was too horny. He couldn't take it no more.
Well, I mean, if I don't want to look at porn and that shit is on my timeline, it's like, well, it's kind of in my face now.
I just want to see the news.
Yeah, bro. Again?
MILFs in Charlotte near you.
It's like,
how you know I'm in Charlotte?
Porn, hella porn on there. If I want to look at porn, I will go look at porn. Like, I will look at Black Touch. That's what I
Black Touch.
If I ever want to watch some shit, Black Touch is amazing.
Black Touch.
Black is. I ain't finna get into all this. Black. If I'm watching some shit, I prefer to look at Black Touch. BLK Touch. For all my grown people out there.
For all my people that like the shit free, the OnlyFans girls, Reddit. Check it out. Type your favorite OnlyFans girl in. Good practice.
Free game, man. I ain't that locked in, but
you see him.
Yeah, I probably did some research on my own, man. If I'm interviewing people, I have to research. Just practicing.
Right.
But yeah. And then Twitter was hella just violent too. Like, I don't need to see people being murdered, and I don't need to see.
Yeah,
people
they do
dying.
be showing some crazy videos.
So Threads is where it's at, low key. So yeah, I like Threads so far.
I'm not on Thread.
Yeah, they got like a whole COT thread. If you want to know what's going on, people talking about Threads is pretty good. But yeah, thank you guys again for watching and subscribing. Keep subscribing. Keep telling a friend to tell a friend. We do have things in store, and we're really planning to make this shit consistent. And just having things on hand so you could, too, take part in FawrOut, visually, put that shit on. And, yeah, that's all I'll hint to as far as that. But I'm signing off, man. Thank you guys for watching again. I'm Curt Architect.
It's your boy Wa 2 times.
And we'll see y'all next time. All right. Thanks.